Hi everyone, this is Menz here, playing the Tier 8 Japanese cruiser, the Atago, here on Trap. Now this match, a couple destroyers, mainly worried about these battleships on the other team. Since the Atago can take a crap ton of damage from them, I'm gonna actually head up to sea, honestly. That guy's asking for help, but typically in the Atago, the way I like to play it, you have these 10-kilometer torpedoes. I mainly use them just situationally. I don't try to hit people with them. I try to get them to keep people from pushing on me if I don't want them to get close, say in a battleship. I'll just chuck off a ton of them so they have to turn either away from them or into them to where I want them to go. Otherwise, really, just if I get surprised, I'll use them. But I try to stick it not maximum range in the Atago, but pretty close to it. I don't have the spotter plane. I use the fighter plane just because of the AA is a little bit weak on this. And I also like that the fighter stays up a little bit longer. That way it has a little bit better chance at spotting torpedoes for me. And I also use the hydroacoustic search for those destroyers and torpedoes from destroyers and cruisers. And I could use the AA defense perk, however, I don't know. I'd rather just plop the fighter on instead of the spotter, use hydroacoustic instead of the AA defense. I find this setup works a little bit better for me, which thanks a lot, Farragut, for you're asking for help. I know he is going to B, but still, like, I'm not going into B. That's like this map is called a trap. A little bit easier for the enemy to push into it, honestly, but I find that's just because a lot of times not too many enemies push up here and they have more support in this general area. So if they push up, they can hit any enemies around B in that area. Just gonna do my best to kind of stall up here. See if we can get this Turpitz. If he pushes into the cap area to get closer to us, might have a chance to hit him just at the edge of my torpedo range there. Alright, so not going too well. Hopefully I can just eke out right at 10 kilometers by the time he pushes into them. I'm not surprised most of our team today, but still, they need to kind of realize they have a pretty big advantage and they need to start hoofing it to kill off everybody down there instead of just lollygagging around like it seems like they're doing. I'm going to hope that this guy turns towards me when he sees these. I don't think he'll turn away. Yep, he's turning towards. That's excellent there. So I'm still just kind of firing based off of that. I need to start thinking about my escape here. I want to set myself up to get behind this island. Alright, now I'm gonna kind of get behind cover here from these battleships. I'm just gonna hold on to my torpedoes now that there's a destroyer getting kind of close to me as well. Fire a couple of these off right behind my North Carolina here. He should be fine as long as he's moving. Yeah, never mind, there's a... Hopefully he stays on that course. If not, he might switch a little bit closer to me. Alright, looks like my buddy got taken out here. Yeah, at least I got that guy. Oh god, got some torpedoes coming in now. Make sure I don't get hit by them. I'm keeping an eye on this cruiser here, although I'm detected by a plane.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
I think my best bet is going to be able to switch here, potentially getting my torpedo on him. Unfortunately, it's that front one, so I don't have a very good arc. Just might be able to get it around here on time. He's probably going to take a sharp turn here. Come here. Come on, right around here. I want to get one shot on you. Or not. That was pretty bad timing on my part. I misjudged him a little bit, it looks like. Fortunately, now he has a slight upper hand here. And I was definitely not angled correctly. Fortunately, he does not have torpedoes, and I do, so it's going to be a pretty easy kill here. There we go. I'm like, what's going on? It looks like they hit him. But the trick to Atago is basically don't bite off more than you can chew. Battleships completely wreck you if you expose your broadside. Even cruisers can with that one last shot, or not the last shot, but that one salvo he got off of me when I was turning. Really, I stick at mid-range. Use my torpedoes when the situation calls for it. Otherwise, I just kind of throw them, hoping that it kind of gets the enemy to turn, thus keeping them from closing in on me or kind of turning them to where I want them to be. I didn't want these battleships getting up here. Don't know if my torpedoes is what caused them to go down here, but I like to think of it as that way. But They were just heading down here to get to our main force. But had the North Carolina and the Tirpitz pushed up here, I would have easily died without much cover. But all in all, still a loss. I didn't do all that much just looking at my ribbons up in the upper right hand, but I did a decent showing. Still, not a bad amount of credits. Atago is a tier 8 premium, so you make a boatload of them. 540,000. Decent amount of experience. Got a devastating strike award. Hit 70 shells at doing damage. 3 target hits with torpedoes. Destroyed 3, 2 fires, 3 citadels. And experience-wise, 1,277. A little bit low, but still, it's a loss, so can't expect too much in that area. But damage wise, a decent amount. It could have been a little bit higher, but I was very much expecting, because usually over in that area for both teams, you don't really see that many battleships. I was expecting possibly 1 battleship, but once I saw 2 plus the destroyer and the cruiser as well, I was in a little bit of trouble. I wasn't really able to push how I wanted to. I really was just playing defensively. But all in all, 86,633 damage. Not too bad for a match like that where I was just basically running away from most of the match. And then as far as damage received, didn't receive too much of it. Split between AP and HE. And all in all, pretty decent match, but still, a loss is a loss, and I probably could have did something differently to adjust our outcome. But really, our team just sitting down there in A for that long really made it difficult because the enemy was just able to take the map, and at that point, it's kind of a lost cause. But in any event, thanks for watching this video. Feel free to subscribe here on YouTube. You can also support me here on YouTube through fan funding, and or there's a PayPal link on my main channel page in the banner art, or check out my websites, wotguru.com for World of Tanks, and also menzgaming.com/World of Warships for World of Warships. Thanks again for watching.